Hello, my friends. I'm here to share with you today this issue 1 of a new magazine format comic that Titan is putting out. I'm so excited for it. The Savage Sword of Conan. A throwback to those old school magazines, and I love finding those at the comic shop when I dig through old long boxes. So I think we should dig in, but just appreciate that cover art by our friend Joe Jusko. And that's just a coincidence, but the 2 covers that were offered at the comic shop, that was my favorite of them, so I picked it up. And yeah, that's just fun. Here we got an advertisement for the original Marvel stuff that they're going to be re-putting out as omnibuses. That's pretty cool. Here we got your general intro to Conan, as you should have it. And here we got a wonderful table of contents, and I appreciate that they list who does all the pinups. I find in a lot of things where I'll see a really cool pinup, I won't see a credit attributed to it. So I'm very happy for that. You can't always read somebody's name just by looking at their signature. A lot of those are fancy looking or illegible. Here we got a wonderful essay by Roy Thomas, and by wonderful I mean it was fun, but it was mostly fluff, and it's just reminiscent about the original magazine and him appreciating this new one coming out. Here we got a really cool map of the world, and I think that's something that should be in everything like this. I love maps, and it really helps solidify the world. And it's rich and fun, but speaking of rich, these rich inks on this already dark newspaper type material, like you hear that? It's like that, and it's a little hard to make things out. It looks a lot nicer on film, I want to say, and all the lights and everything, but just general reading it, you got to kind of look and lean in to get some of those details, and that's not just this map, but throughout the book. Like here we got this wonderful pinup of the Pirate Queen, but look at her. It's just too dark. There's a lot of details I know we're missing, even though I know the darkness is a part of the image there. But here we got our main feature, and it's all about this prince here who hired Conan to lead his army to siege this walled-off city. And it's real fun. Conan ends up hooking up with this lady here who's the battle master of this group, and she's building all the like ballista and stuff for all the siege equipment to get into this city. A lot of adventure throughout, real fun, a lot of violence, a little bit of nudity, a decent amount of gore. It's just good stuff. I want to get to this page right here though. So cool. Here we got everybody. They're breaking into the city, and what's going on? What? This elephant? What did that? That did that. How cool is that dinosaur? I love this dino dragon. He is a beast. Look at that. He's holding an elephant in his hand. Watch out. So I don't want to spoil this whole story, but a whole lot of cool stuff happens in it. And yeah, let me just show you this one page right here. Look at this. This is so cool with this battle elephant just tackling all these people and goring this dude. That's so awesome. Yeah, I very much enjoyed this story. I thought it had good pacing. And yeah, nothing but praise for that. Here we get to the end of the story, and we get a nice pin-up artwork accompanied by a Robert E. Howard poem. And I enjoyed this a lot, but the one thing I really appreciate is this right here was the other cover art I saw for this magazine when I went to the comic shop. And then we turn the page, you see the cover that I picked up accompanying this short story that's written by Jim Zub. So I thought that was really cool that both covers were available inside the book itself as a full page piece of art, so you're not missing out on either of them when you pick up the book. And I think that's how covers should be if you're doing variants. This short story by Jim Zub is only 2 pages long, but I quite enjoyed it. It was fun, it was tight, and you got a real good look at who Conan was in a very small span of time. I've been enjoying his monthly series, and that's my first time reading his regular type of writing, and it's real good. Here we got a backup feature on Solomon Kane, and it's a part 1, which is cool. So we're going to be getting one main feature for Conan, and then a backup feature for Solomon Kane that are going to be continuous adventures. That's real nice. He wanders into town as he does. Adventure happens. This issue is mostly setting up the story, but we got a monster. We got some real high stakes with these dead people. It's fun. I'm hooked. I want to see what happens in issue 2. And that's in another month, I believe. Because, yes, this book is bi-monthly. As far as I'm aware of it. Might be every 3 months. Got a short little essay about Solomon Kane and who he is for anybody who hasn't actually read the material. But if you've read any of those stories, it doesn't tell you anything new. I really like this pinup here of him. But I gotta say, I'm feeling a Ash from Evil Dead vibe. Do you get that from the face? Does that look like the actor to you? It looks like him as an older man and a little bit chubbier, but I'm really getting that vibe from him. Just, maybe it's a reference, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm crazy. Here we get the end where we see the cover gallery and an advertisement for trade paperbacks of the current ongoing comic that Titan's doing. And they're pumping those out because they are advertising volume 1 and 2. And I just finished reading issue, I think it was 8. So, wow. But we see the 3 covers available, and I only saw these 2 at the comic shop. So where was this one? Because that one wasn't even offered as a pinup within the book itself. So that's disappointing, especially because it's got that really cool dragon dino from the main story. Bummer. I really hope they don't do that in the future, or in the future they include that piece of artwork within the book itself. These 2 are the fancy super duper variant, order 100 copy exclusive type of things. So I didn't see those at the comic shop. I don't mess with that, but if there are regular variants available, I'll grab the one I like best. But that's the book here. We got a little bit of an advert for the next issue on the back. I'm so excited for this. This is probably the coolest thing that's being published on the shelves right now, as far as I'm concerned. It gives me everything I want in my style of comic book reading. The only thing I could ask for more is something like this, but for Godzilla and Kaiju comics. So, bring it on, Titan, because I know you're doing a Kamen Rider Kuga manga that I'm picking up, and I'm enjoying that. So, bring it on. I don't know, can you work with IDW, does Godzilla and stuff? I don't know, but I very much enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed it too, and if you're seeing this way off in the future, dig through some long bins at a comic shop and find this, because it's a whole lot of fun.